Right. Hopefully I timed that right. But what's up, guys? Welcome to the Geek Cave Show. I am your host. My name is TC. And, oh yeah, I forgot to put my Twitter tag on here. Excellent. But you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Geek Theory TC. That is the channel you're on. That is the channel you're watching. This is just a segment of my channel called the Geek Cave Show. I get on here, I just blabble on about, current news, comics, superheroes. And we're only getting into wrestling today because it's a huge topic. And I'm a huge wrestling fan of the Attitude Era, and even after the Attitude Era. And they just announced today that Kurt Angle is going to be coming in back to the WWE. He's going to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame 2017. Now, my first reaction was, what? No way. Kurt Angle, like the Olympic hero, is back. But then my other reaction is it's kind of like anticlimactic because the announcement was kind of like, okay, he's coming back, like no like surprise or mystery. Like imagine if we were watching the Royal Rumble, right? And you just hear the music drop, and then the crowd would have flipped their lids. The crowd, if you made that a surprise, the crowd would have went insane. I think there are better ways that they could have announced it. But the way they decided to do it, yeah, is kind of the way that they're doing it with like Sting and Ultimate Warrior and all that, and how they're gonna say, okay, he's being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Oh, we got a subscriber, Red Wing Hemingway, just subscribed. Red Wing Hemingway, welcome to the Geek Cave, man. Thank you for becoming a cave dweller. Michael Langlis says, gotta make different content for the channel. What do you mean? It's your boy. It's your boy on Instagram, says Derp2217 fanboy. What up, Derp? What movie are you most excited for this year? We'll get into that a little bit later, guys. I'll start taking questions from the chat and everything. Yeah, they could have had confetti. They could have had, Kurt Angle's music playing the Royal Rumble. Everyone freak out. Oh, we got another subscriber, Zach Burgess. Zach Burgess, welcome to the Geek Cave, man. What's it called? Zach Burgess, I recognize you. Did you just unsubscribe to subscribe? Because I'm on to you, man. You just like to see your little thing pop up here on the channel. But yeah, I'm super stoked, guys. Kurt Angle is one of my favorite wrestlers ever. I thought he was hilarious during his run in WWE, especially when he was doing the comedy bits with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, I can even remember specific things that he did. Going back to when he was like messing with Mr. McMahon and Stone Cold, and he would have the little cowboy hat. Austin got him a present, right? And he gave him the little cowboy hat. Kurt Angle was like serious. He's like, thank you. And then Austin's like, no, dude, it's a joke. And Kurt didn't get it. But those were some funny ass segments. And then you have just everything he did. And then towards the later end of his career, like when he was like helping with John Cena, he would like try to rap like John Cena. We have a new subscriber, Danny Foggin. Danny Foggin, thank you for becoming a sub. I will call out anybody who subs to the channel. I appreciate anyone who comes to check me out, regardless of what I'm talking about. And I will, I'll periodically read some comments from the chat. But I just kind of wanted to finish here on. We got Shady calling. He's calling too early. Let's take the call. Why not? He wants to talk about Kurt Angle. Shady 1692. What up, man?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Not much. Just here, kind of fanboying out about the whole Kurt Angle thing.
Yeah, I heard you, man. I think it's awesome. I think it like you said, it would have been really good to have that as a surprise. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I was trying to set it up, so I couldn't hear exactly what you were saying. But I mean, do you think he's going to be at the Royal Rumble?
That's a great question, because that they announced that he's going to come back for WrestleMania. I mean, not WrestleMania, but for the Hall of Fame. They have to put him. I mean, it's not going to be one of those things where they're like, "Oh, Kurt, you're done in the ring. Like, we're only putting you in the Hall of Fame because you're a retiree."
Yeah.
I think they're actually going to let him be part of some storylines. So I think that they are going to bring him, and he's going to be part of either the Royal Rumble, Fastlane, Elimination Chamber, or what's the last thing? WrestleMania. They have to do something with him, just like they did with Sting. The year that Sting got put into the Hall of Fame, was it last year or was it the year before that? I forget. But Sting had a program with Triple H.
Yeah.
That same year.
Yeah, I remember that because he pretty much passed out during that match, almost, I believe, and like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which is a shame because the guy, it took so long for him to get into the WWE, but I'm sure people are wondering, like you said, why we're talking about this is because if you're for, we have you have a lot of young viewers, and if you didn't watch during the Attitude Era, the main guys were, Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold, Kane, Undertaker, Kurt Angle. Like this man was the glue that held this company together with all the other guys. And for someone like me and TC's age, I got a subscriber. Go ahead.
Oh, it was Brandon Legahy. I'm trying to memorize it. I'm trying to memorize it, but yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, like this guy was a staple of the company, and like just the nostalgia. If you go back and watch the Attitude Era, and it's like we know it's fake, but it's just like watching Walking Dead or Gotham or whatever
It's
show
a soap opera.
Yeah, exactly.
Much, right? I think I like to call it. I think I always called wrestling like a dance, like a choreographed dance, but then with the story connected to it. And also you have the physicality and you have the athleticism, but it's pretty much like a freaking a beautiful story in the ring, and it's them dancing with each other and putting on a show, being entertaining. And when people are always asking me like, what do you like better, UFC or WWE? I would much rather watch a WWE event because I know over like a UFC card, because the UFC, even though it's real, like a fight can end in like 5 seconds and then that's it, right? You go home. Like, even though it'd be awesome, man, she got knocked out so quickly. Ooh, look at that kick. But that's in terms of entertainment. How much entertainment do you get from that?
No, yeah, and I think it's as much as people want to say it's fake. There is a lot of risk involved, and if you don't believe me, go watch Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker recently. This guy is a millionaire along with his father. He has nothing to prove, and just to show how much people love the business, he was on, if you know what Hell in a Cell is, he jumped from the top of the Hell in a Cell onto a table. And this guy's done it for years in the Attitude Era, and he didn't even have to. He was set with money and everything, and that's what the WWE is all about. It's for the fans. It's probably the most dedicated, in terms of like commitment. These guys are on the road 24/7. They love doing what they do, and you see, like for example, you see Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar. You might say it's fake, but if you watch that match, Randy Orton was bleeding profusely. So yeah, it might be fake, but you watch some of the risks these guys take, doing triple backflips and stuff onto a table 20 feet in the air. It's not a safe job, and there's been a lot of serious injuries. But I'm happy for Kurt Angle. He definitely deserved it. I hope he sticks around until WrestleMania. Yeah. I think the Royal Rumbles, this is going to be one of the best we've had in a long time.
And I hope that WWE doesn't do the thing where they kind of like stifle his character. Like, they do that sometimes. Like, people will come back, but they'll be so bland because they have to conform to how the WWE is now, and they won't let them, spread their wings and fly. Like, I've always said that I'm a big fan of what Matt Hardy was doing in TNA, in the whole broken gimmick that he's got going on. And I have that same fear with him. Like, if he were to go to WWE, would they let him do all that crazy stuff? And but yeah, man, I'm super happy for Kurt. I hope that when he comes back, he makes it an impact. And I want him to be involved in some storylines where he can help build wrestlers up, like the younger guys. Some funny segments. I just want entertainment. I don't want him to come back and do like a Shawn Michaels thing where he comes back and tries to plug his movie or anything like that. But it just hope it's entertaining.
I think it's definitely going to be because, like you said, he does have to conform to the PG, what they like now. But we've seen Kurt Angle. We know he's really good on the mic, very charismatic, and I don't know who he would potentially face, to be honest, if he were to face. Do you have like a dream opponent like that's in the WWE right now?
Dude, I want to see Lesnar Angle Part 2.
Ooh.
And guess what? I want to see Lesnar climb up on that top rope, and I want to see him hit the shooting star press.
Yeah.
To end. Like, how awesome would that be, bro? Like, you know what happened the first time when they had and then you had the whole mishap where he kind of mistimes the shooting star and he lands on his head. Imagine, Kurt Brock 2, you have an epic match. They both can go. They're both fantastic athletes. And then you have that moment where he looks at the turnbuckle, right? And then he starts to climb slowly. He just looks around at the fans like, oh shit, is he going to do it again?
That's why it's the best. I mean, you can't, if you've never been to, I had the fortunate, I was fortunate enough to go to Royal Rumble back when The Rock threw the Big Show over the rope at the same time, and they weren't sure who landed first.
I love that Rumble.
I had the opportunity to, in Yankee Stadium or maybe MetLife, go to WrestleMania where it was Rock, Cena 2, and Lesnar, CM Punk, and if you haven't been to these events, man, it's something spectacular over something that's like it's a soap opera, like you said. And like you said, that match, Lesnar almost died trying to do that move, and it would be really cool to see them. But I'm a huge Kurt Angle fan. I'm a huge Rock fan, but Kurt Angle was one of the guys that he just brought it every single night. And
yeah, dude, and I think he goes down in history as one of the fastest to ever get the heavyweight title from the time he came in.
Yeah.
He was just so great. Like, his ring work was excellent, and then he had a charisma about him. But his gimmick was just, I can't even say it was a gimmick because it was an extension of his own personality. The 3 eyes and being an Olympian, just being goofy. Like, that's Kurt, and it worked so well. And he had one of the funnier, more entertaining careers in the WWE, and I can't wait, man. I'm hyped.
Yeah, and that's a lot of people going back to it. They think these guys are just, these guys are world-class athletes. These aren't just dudes off the street. Obviously we know Lesnar, Kurt Angle, the Olympian. All these guys have had an insane wrestling background. So it's not just like these guys are good talkers. These guys are world-class athletes, and he's here in the Hall of Fame now because he was charismatic. He had the attention of the crowd. Everybody loved him. And he's definitely one of the greatest of all time. And the Attitude Era was just full of guys like that.
Yeah, definitely. And you can't just be like a superb athlete. Like, you got to have all those things combined into one. You have to be a great actor. You got to have charisma. You got to be entertaining. And you also have to have great ring psychology. You have to just all that stuff combined into one. And, I also want to see him do something with American Alpha. I want to see him either, like, manage them or feud with one of them. I don't know. But I think I don't know if he wants to bring back Team Angle with Charlie Haas and Shelton for a little thing. Like, anything they could do. Like, they have tons of ways they can go with this.
Who's the guy that does We the People? He stole Angle's move. Jack Swagger. I would like to, as much as I really, not that I dislike Swagger, but he's just nothing now. But I would like to see him with Swagger doing like 2 ankle locks or something. You know what? You want a match I wanted to see back in the day? What's that?
Kurt Angle versus Ken Shamrock.
Ooh, man.
Because Angle kind of took the ankle lock from Shamrock.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And those two, I mean, I loved Shamrock back in the day, and I think that would have been a match that we've never got. We never got to see.
Yeah, that's the I really want people. I know they plug WWE Network, but I'm gonna do it right now. I don't care if you get WWE Network.
Man? You getting paid by WWE?
What's that?
I said you getting paid.
Oh, I wish, man. Damn. Well, the money he's got, but I mean, go on there and watch some of these classic matches. One that I remember that probably is the reason they don't do head chair shots anymore was, remember Rock versus Mankind in the I Quit match?
Oh, yeah, that was brutal, man.
He hit him. I heard a rumor that he was only supposed to hit him like 5 times.
He hit him 13 chair shots.
13 chair shots. And there was a rumor that Mankind wasn't even the one that said I quit. Because if you...
No, it was a tape recording.
Yep.
It was a tape player.
He wouldn't quit. That's, I mean, man, if you want to talk about Attitude Era, Mankind, this guy choke slammed on thumbtacks, going off the Hell in a Cell onto the table from a choke slam, and then in the same match gets thrown through the cell. I mean, wrestling, guys, is fake, but it's dangerous sport, man. But congrats to Kurt Angle. He really deserves it, and thanks for taking my call, man.
No problem, man. Thanks for calling in.
All right. See ya.
All right. Shady always with the awesome call. I guess we can kind of move off Kurt Angle then and get into Jerome on Gotham. I haven't seen Gotham yet, and for me, I'm in California, so it's not going to air here until like 9 or 10. I think it's 9 o'clock, and that's the same time Raw starts. So I'm always questioning whether should I watch Gotham or should I watch the first hour of Raw. So I think I'm gonna record one of them. I do have that capability. I don't know why I'm making it a big deal, but Jerome, he's supposed to come on tonight with his face stitched up. And guys, we don't even know if Jerome is actually Joker yet. We don't know if he's just like an imitation, or maybe the inspiration. You guys know in the chat right now who is Jerome? Don't be giving me spoilers, man. I see some spoilers in the chat. What's going on here? I don't know, but I already knew Lesnar's gonna be on Raw. um, but yeah, so I don't know. A lot of people kind of poo-poo Jerome as like, oh, he's just a stupid, cringy actor on TV. Abu says he tried promoting me on Instagram, but I don't think anyone. It's okay, man. Huff Daddy comes says, well, the Chiefs. Now we're getting into football. This is going all over the place. You should have watched at least the last 3 to 4 episodes before watching it tonight. All right, so let me ask you a question. If I jump in tonight and I jump into Gotham right now, am I going to be lost? What's going on with the storyline right now? Because I dropped off, guys. I think I dropped off. I watched the full season 1. I kept up. And then part of season 2, is that the Mr. Freeze season? I kind of dropped off because it just didn't interest me anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna watch it tonight, and if they do something really epic and really cool, then they will probably like hook me back in, and I will continue to watch for a while. But I'm interested to see what he's gonna do. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of memes online in terms of expectation and reality memes. Where they have the expectation, and you see the New 52 Joker with his face completely cut off, and it looks really sick, right? And then you see Jerome's image on the bottom. It says reality, and he kind of looks like Frankenstein a little bit in terms of his stitching. It doesn't look like he actually took someone else's face or his own face and stitched it back on, because it just looks a little too neat to me. I guess we can kind of talk about Joker. I mean, Jerome, is he the same age as Bruce Wayne? One of the best Joker stories, when he cuts his face off and then he puts it back on. Yes, that's the death of the family Joker, I believe. I'm gonna say I always get those confused, but they're so close to each other, right? It's death in the family and death of the family. TB Designs, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the cave. Do you guys want to move into this DC tonal shift thing? Because a lot of articles, I mean, it's nothing new, right? But a lot of articles are starting to come out where Ben Affleck's saying it. Other people are saying it. They're saying, "Oh, DC, these movies are going to start a tonal shift, and they're going to be more hopeful and optimistic and funnier." But I think I tweeted out, I was like, DC's tonal shift reminds me of my dad trying to be hip. And I say that because, DC started their universe with a vision. They started their universe like, oh, we're going to be, serious. We're going to be artistic. We're going to be dark, edgy, gritty, real life, realism, DCEU, right? And then Man of Steel, so-so reaction. Polarizing movie, right? 50-50 with the fans, and not very much liked by the critics. And then Batman v Superman happened, and then people lost their minds. Okay, and I think the DCEU, the people behind the DCEU and Warner Brothers over there, started to panic. All right, and they were like, uh-oh, people are not being receptive to our style of movie. And that could be for many different reasons. It could be because the structure is all effed up in the movie. It could be, they really tweaked, some of the core essence of the characters and their personalities. And that could have been what's turning a lot of DC fans off. But they panicked, guys. And guess what? When Suicide was coming out, they had a real dark version of Suicide Squad, and it was David Ayer's version. And they were testing it. They screen tested this version to multiple some audiences, and people I guess were not digging it, and that's when DC was like, uh-oh. They were like, uh-oh, and then they decided to do a lot of reshoots. They decided that, oh, we're switching this up. We're switching the tone up, guys. And they threw in a lot more jokes, and they tried to lighten the movie up a little bit, and that's why we got those last couple trailers where, is this the Bohemian Rhapsody? Is this the real life? Is this a fantasy? And all that stuff. We started to get, the logo changed. Guys, the logo started with like a very dark, logo, and it was cranking, in the first trailer. And then the logo changed to some psychedelic, acid trip colored, pretty much the whole marketing changed for the movie. But anyway, yeah. And then so I guess you can kind of say the tonal shift started with Suicide Squad. But there are reports, and I'm not even going to, comment on the reports because they're not verified. But recently, I forgot her name, but she was on one of the Schmoes shows, and she has said that a verified source, or not a verified source, but one of her friends who works inside DC is already saying that Wonder Woman and Justice League are a mess. And this is one of the same people that said that BVS was a mess. So, and I mean, I think the Wonder Woman and Justice League are pretty much doomed because they were still kind of like in that Zack Snyder realm in terms of production was already way underway before they kind of got like the backlash stuff from their tone and everything. But those movies were already, super far into production that they're almost finished. And I think the first, what we're going to get in terms of like the first movie that actually has a tonal change is the first movie coming after Justice League. I forgot what movie is that, guys. You tell me in the chat. What movie is going to come after Justice League? I think this one will first start to get like a cohesive movie, because I think the same problems that we had in Batman v Superman in terms of structure, in terms of flow, in terms of cohesiveness, that's going to be a problem in Wonder Woman and Justice League. Long live the DCEU, says Mr. Jibinson. And TB Design says he still has hope for the DCEU. I want the DCEU to succeed, guys. I want the DCEU to turn it around. I, hope that, all these reports are wrong, and I hope that Wonder Woman is a great movie. I hope that Justice League is a great movie. Shady was telling me earlier that he had something positive to say about BVS. I was curious on where he was going to go there. I mean, Doctor Strange is one long acid trip. Alright, Tyfly, go watch Gotham. Get out of here. And then come back when it's over and don't give us any spoilers, alright? No spoilers. When are you doing call-ins? I'm already taking call-ins, guys. If you guys want to call in, the number is 510-470-6639. Go ahead and call in and let me know some of your thoughts and your opinions. Abu says in the chat here, I really want to see a Flash Green Lantern buddy cop movie, like you said, with a lighter tone. they are doing the whole buddy cop thing and the straight man and funny man with Green Lantern Corps. Supposedly, they're gonna do that with Jon Stewart and Al Jordan. But yeah, I think a Flash Green Lantern that would work as well in terms of like the straight man and the funny man. Um, but if they're gonna make Hal Jordan like the funny man too, as opposed to Jon Stewart's straight man, then you're gonna have Flash and Green Lantern both being the funny man. So it's gonna be funny man, funny man. But yeah, if you're on IG Live, come check me out on YouTube. Just type in Geek Cave Show, and you guys can watch live right now. And you can actually hear the call-ins because we're going to get a couple people calling in a second. We got a call right now. You guys won't be able to hear it on the IG Live, but you will be able to hear it on YouTube. All right, 620, what's up? You're in a Geek Cave.
Hey, what's up?
Not much, man. What do you want to talk about?
Well, Henry, this is Mason, by the way, but Henry and we are like making an animation together for YouTube. And
sick.
it's like we're going to do like a Marvel versus DC thing. And so we wanted to ask like the people in the comments who to win between Batman and Iron Man. And Batman has like he has like a usual array of his weapons like he always does. And Iron Man has his suit that he wore in Civil War. And so we just want to know who'd win that so we can animate that person winning in the animation.
All right, so you hear that, everybody in the YouTube chat. He's asking who would win between Batman, and he's got his gadgets, you said, and Iron Man from pretty much the same suit he was wearing in Civil War.
Yeah.
It's funny you asked about Batman and Iron Man because they're always put up against each other. And Mighty Raccoon, I know a lot of you guys follow him on YouTube, but that's his next animation, Iron Man versus Batman. The Battle of the Billionaires, he's calling it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I got 3 Batmans. We got so far we got a couple Batmans. I don't see any Iron Mans yet.
And I also wanted to ask. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
How does the person win? Like, what do they do? Like, because we need to know how.
Who delivers the final blow and how? Right? That's what you're asking.
Yes.
Well, that's a good question. You can go tons of different ways, depending on who you want to win. I always like Iron Man's like chest beam as like a final, finish him for Iron Man. The triangle beam out of his chest, or the unibeam, I think it's called. I forgot what it's called, but
the
for Batman, like kind of his finisher. Maybe something to do with the Batmobile, where he like jumps out of the way, kind of like a Green Goblin, Spider-Man.
Just run over them.
Type of thing. You remember in Green Goblin 1 where Spidey kind of jumps and Goblin hits himself with his own glider? Something like that with the car, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we got a subscriber. Cody Moore, thank you for subbing to the channel. I don't know if you came from Instagram. Lego.arrow. The channel is Geek Cave Show. Type it into YouTube. You should be able to find me. Come chill with us. Let me see. So we have some answers for you. It says Batman uses an EMP blast, or Batman uses an EMP gun. A lot of people are saying EMP as in it would shut down kind of Tony's tech. So that's a good way. Sounds kind of boring, but it's a good way. It's a smart way, right?
Yeah.
I'm not really seeing any other answers here. But don't you think Tony would, he would think that Batman would use an EMP and he would have like something to combat the EMP? It sounds too easy.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, you have any questions for me? I think you pretty much got some answers. I don't know if you got all the answers, but
yeah, that was all I had to ask.
All right, cool. All right, Mason, take it easy, man. See you in the chat.
See ya.
Awesome. There you go. You have 2 cave dwellers working together, making an animation, and both very skilled people. So I can't wait to see what they come up with. We have Joker Trace here in IG live chat that says Iron Man versus War Machine. Iron Man, guys. War Machine is just a knockoff Iron Man with bazookas and machine guns behind him. Also, Iron Man has bleeding edge and superior armor, which are good enough to fight Thor and Hulk. Everyone's saying, yeah, I mean, our chat, there is a huge DC following in the chat over here. Which is kind of odd because my channel revolves around kind of like not bashing the DCEU but critiquing the DCEU. Michael says it's Gotham for sure. Mr. Nate Bob says, would you say Suicide Squad was worse than Iron Man 3? In terms of an actual movie and flow and structuring, no. Iron Man 3 was better in terms of a movie, in terms of like Hollywood film production, all right? But Suicide Squad was worse. Are you talking about the story? Because I really don't like Iron Man 3. I don't like a lot of the decisions that they went with. Yeah, you need to be more specific in your question. EMP isn't fair, but a suit of armor that flies and shoots out beams that can destroy anything is fair. Haven't Batman and Iron Man fought before in the actual comics? Has that even happened once in the history of comics? DCEU hype. Batman would use a powerful laser that could cut through Iron Man's armor, but not all the way. Yeah, he actually did that in one of Mighty Raccoon's videos. Inspired Phantom, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining the Geek Cave. We're just pretty much talking about anything now from the chat. I kind of went through my 3 topics. I went through Kurt Angle, I went through Gotham, and I went through the kind of the DC tone shift. So we're just chilling right now. Inspired Phantom says he just joined. Did you subscribe? Because if you did, it would have told me here on screen that you subbed. And I would have gave you, let's take this phone call. I don't know who it is. 951, what's up? You're in the Geek Cave.
Hey, I got a question.
All right.
So I know that on Gotham they have Jerome back as the Joker, but like he looks so stupid. Really, he looks stupid.
Are you talking about like his face being stitched up?
Yeah. I stopped watching Gotham because of that. I stopped watching it because they pretty much brought him back, and I saw the images of Jerome's face, so I stopped watching it.
Yeah, did they kill? Okay, I can't remember because I think I did watch when Jerome first came out. He first showed up, and everyone was like, "Oh man, he's acting so much like the Joker, and his name is Jerome, and it starts with a J. Like, could this be, the actual Joker?" And a lot of people were so pissed off. They were like, "Wait a second, this would mean that we're giving Joker an actual origin." And the Joker is a character who his origin is supposed to be multiple choice, right? Or his origin is supposed to be a mystery. So that's why a lot of people don't really like the idea of Jerome. But do you remember how he dies? Because I know he dies.
Yeah, I really wanted more of him before they killed him off. I thought that Barbara was going to die that night. But instead, Jerome died, and I thought that was kind of stupid.
Oh, okay. So if he died, did he get dipped in the Lazarus? Is there a Lazarus pit over there somewhere? How's he still? Did he come back to life? Is he resurrected? What's going on?
I cannot think of that.
Yeah. That's the only thing I can think about in terms of being able to bring someone back from the dead.
Remember, Doctor Strange pretty much had that type of effect to bring people back to life, like Fish Mooney and all these amazing other characters.
Oh, when you say Doctor Strange, I immediately thought Marvel, but you're talking about Hugo Strange, right?
Oh, Hugo Strange.
Yeah, I know. You said it right. Hold on, we got a subscriber real quick. Brian Cantu. Thank you for subbing, Brian. I don't know where you're at. But
and I also just subscribed to you, Cody Moore.
Awesome. Hey, where'd you find me? How'd you find me?
I actually followed you on Instagram, and
Oh,
then
nice.
like year or 2 years ago.
Okay, awesome. So you probably followed when I was Epic Comic Picks before I became Comic Book HQ, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for calling in and asking, great questions. And I hope you stick around.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
All right, take it easy, man.
All right, you too.
All right, awesome call. We kind of went more in depth there with Joker and Jerome. Yeah, cave dwellers, be nice to him. Welcome him to the Geek Cave. You found me on Instagram, which is why I have you guys up right now. That's why I have Instagram Live on right now. Inspired Phantom says, I subbed a long time ago. I'm an OG. You probably subbed with some of my Geek Theory videos then, right? Before the Geek Cave show even started. Let's take this call. 810, what's up? You're in the Geek Cave.
I just have a question.
All right, let's hear your question.
Who would win in the fight, Deathstroke or Deadshot?
That's a good question, because everyone always asks, Deathstroke or Deadpool, but I think Deadshot is just kind of like a not. He's like a second-rate Deathstroke. I think Deathstroke is definitely way smarter when it comes to like a tactical sense, and yeah, I'm gonna go Deathstroke.
I also like to say, big fan.
All right, hey, no problem. Hey, how'd you find me? I'm asking everybody today how they found me.
I found you on Instagram, and then I came on your YouTube channel, and I subscribed, but it hasn't popped up.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, what's your name? I'll shout you out right now.
Ludit.
What was it? Sorry, couldn't hear.
All right, see you later.
All right, thank you for calling, man. Appreciate it. All right, awesome. I don't know why it doesn't pop up for some people. It pops up for other people, but thank you, man. Thank you for checking out the channel and becoming a cave dweller. Come hang out with us in the chat. Become a regular. Let me see here. Deathstroke. Yeah. Deadshot is not up to Deathstroke's level. So Deathstroke would. Let's take this phone call. Another phone call. 201, what's up? You're in the Geek Cave.
Hey.
What's up?
So, I wanted to talk about Iron Man versus Batman.
All right. What are your thoughts on Iron Man versus Batman?
Okay, well...
Hold on. We got a subscriber. Wapi Yaya. Thank you for subbing to the channel. Thank you for becoming a cave dweller. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I think the Iron Man would win because I saw an Iron Man scan where his suit they couldn't EMP his suit. Like it didn't work on it.
Oh, okay. So you've seen, is that part of a comic or was that like...
I don't know. I just looked up Iron Man scans. They couldn't EMP his suit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So everyone's saying that, Batman would just EMP him and his suit would go down. I mean, yeah, like I said, Stark would have something in order to, combat that. But yeah, man, I guess no one really knows who would win. Whenever I think of the whole Iron Man Batman thing, it depends on the setting on where they're fighting, because I think Batman is definitely way more street smarts in terms of he knows like the city, he knows he'll go dirty in terms of his tactics, but Iron Man is more book smarts. But I think Iron Man is more intelligent in terms of like just being overall smart with science and stuff like that. So it's pretty much the whole book smarts versus street smarts thing. So whoever you think would come out on top on that.
I feel like Batman versus Captain America is a better fight.
Yeah, I do too. Actually, I don't know about that, man, because Captain America, I mean, he's a super soldier. He does have that element of super strength, and Batman doesn't have that, right? Oh, did he hung up? Yep, he did. Yeah, he was saying Batman versus Captain America would be a better fight than Batman versus Iron Man. I don't think so. I think Batman and Iron Man are both humans, guys. They're both humans in suits. So I think that would be a more fair fight. I think it would be a more equal fight than like Batman versus Captain America. Because Batman and Captain America, remember, guys, he is a super soldier. He's got the serum in him. he is going to be stronger and more powerful than Batman. Let's take this phone call. 402, what's up? You're in the Geek Cave. Hello? Okay, did not answer the phone. 201, what's up? You're in the Geek Cave.
Hey, what's going on, man?
JD, what's up?
All right, so I wanted to get to the DC tonal shift a little bit.
Okay.
And so I pretty much saw this coming for a while now, about like a month after the release. And I called in a few weeks ago and gave you a couple of reasons why. And, you know, you wanted me to pretty much convince you a little harder because the ones I gave you were small, like Batman talking to Wonder Woman. You know, I failed them in life. I'm not going to fail them in death. And that to me was like my strongest point. And
Yeah.
I feel like we did, like I mentioned in a previous call, we got a little tease of that in the trailer. But I agree with your latest point that it's not going to happen until the movie after. Because from what we see from Justice League, it's the synopsis for it is basically, you know, they're going to face a threat that's, you know, possibly catastrophic, or it is catastrophic. And I don't see how you can have something like that and make it still a lighter tone with these characters.
Yeah.
I don't think Flash is going to be established enough as someone to crack jokes yet.
He'll still be in there cracking jokes, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he will.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it's so tough to picture where they're going to do it because Wonder Woman, the trailer, we got a couple of jokes, but you can't take you take that with a grain of salt. It seems like you said, these next two movies are still going to be pretty serious and pretty dark. I don't know what's coming after, but I just can't see anything with Zack Snyder really changing like the tone of any of the movies because I feel like you said it's Snyder's vision. He's more the reason to blame, I think, for going with the way he directs and the camera and I think the Superman we're going to get is maybe not in the Justice League, but after that, if they do a Man of Steel 2 or whatever they're going to do, I think he's going to be the Superman we've wanted. I firmly believe that.
Yeah,
Batman,
I think they'll make that change too.
yeah. I don't really want to see the long hair and the black suit, but to be honest, I mean, they've done stuff we didn't expect them to do. So I wouldn't even be surprised to see that. Batman, I think, is going to be the same. I would like to see a little bit more humor in terms of Flash trying to make him laugh, and he just doesn't. You know, I could see them doing stuff like that, which would be funny because Batman never laughs.
Yeah. He's a straight man. He should be the straight man.
Yeah, he's the only one that should be, and I wanted to bring up another point about the destruction. We talked about it a couple of days ago. How you were basically saying Marvel gets leeway because they've done a lot of stuff that was reckless, and up until Civil War, like nothing that they didn't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great point because you see Superman and he's just so indestructible that you're like, well, he's got to pay attention to what he's doing. But in the movie, even though he's 30 years old or whatever, he's just becoming this guy. So I can see a little bit of defense there.
So can I, yeah.
Batman vs. Superman, they blatantly tried to shove it in your face, like, all right, we're going to take him to an abandoned fort, and there's no people here. I think that was criticism, and then they responded with that, which is going to lead me into my take on Batman vs. Superman, how I've changed a little bit. I still feel the way I feel about it. I don't dislike the movie, and I'm sure you feel the same. It's not like we completely hate the movie. It's just certain things that were done to it that didn't need to be done or was just really lazy. But the fact that it's the only on-screen Batman vs. Superman movie that we have, and watching it more and more, I really have no choice but to like it. Because there's not much to choose from. You know,
Well,
I mean,
okay, then you just like it by default because it's
yeah,
the only Batman Superman movie ever, right?
yeah. It's now there are good parts of the movie that I'm trying to think about, but the more I think about them, it's overshadowed by the character choices, you know. And I'm not even going to bring up the Lex Luthor thing because to me, you know, I was never really that into Luthor.
Yeah.
I love the character in the comics, but the actor, no, obviously. But there were some good moments, and to me, this is going to sound ridiculous because it has nothing to do with the movie. But so far, DC, I'm a big score guy. I like a score in a movie to really get me going, and DC has done that in terms of Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. Now, you go to Marvel, they really don't have any iconic scores that you could think of, right? But when I hear every time I hear clips, people posting stuff on Instagram and Batman vs Superman, and they have the score is there, man. It's the emotion and everything is right there. It was just the execution, and I think we got some potential really good scenes. You know, when he says, "I thought she was with you." That scene I feel like was true to it was too they took it too serious, but I laughed at that part obviously because it was to me it was a true Batman Superman scene. Interacting with each other there, and I think everything in the movie was a good idea. I really do, but the execution was just way off. You know,
going back to what you said about the scores, I agree with you that Marvels are very forgettable. Marvels are very like unmemorable. I do think that the DC's scores are memorable, like the Wonder Woman theme and the Lex Luthor theme. Even like he has a kooky theme where every time he shows up, it's like dun 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 dun. But I think that the the themes are a little bit too on the nose sometimes. Like they were just kind of shoehorned unnecessarily. Like if you watch Batman v Superman, a lot of times you can see. When Batman's looking at the picture of her, like the score just comes out of nowhere, right?
Yes.
It's just I think they try to push the scores like in our faces at the wrong times. Like you would think, oh, that's a perfect time because you're showing a Wonder Woman, but it's too in your face. It's kind of too much. Also the Lex thing, like every time we see Lex, are we gonna hear it? Like it's like a cartoon, dude. Like every time we see Lex, are we gonna hear it? Dun, 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 dun,
Right.
dun, like. I don't know.
That's true.
I do agree that they are more
like,
memorable, though.
Just imagine Justice League. Every time they show someone, it's just the Flash's theme song, Aquaman's theme song.
Yeah.
You know. But no, I agree with you. That was way too. That was forced. I mean, I started off tweeting you and thinking I was going to have some good reasons, but when I sat down and thought about it, it's tough because. The only good thing is that the ideas were good, man. Like, he realized this guy was a human, but it didn't need to be done in a way of the classic Martha. But it was a good idea. Like, gosh, this guy's he's not a human, but he has a mother and he's got a family and stuff like that. Good idea. Yeah. Bad way of working it into the movie. And
we said multiple times that, like, people always say, oh, you don't get what they were going for. No, we understand what they were going for, and it was actually a good idea. But just the execution, it all comes down to the execution. And the execution was terrible. So
when I see people, commenting on your posts, and they give these paragraph-long reasons why one picture of the Robin suit explains Batman's entire history and why he's the way he is. To me, that's no. I shouldn't.
Nope.
To me, it comes down to the order. This is why the critics killed it, because I really don't want to compare, but screw everyone. Marvel does a good job of catering to casual people and the comic book lovers. DC is straight up, you've seen this graphic novel, you've seen this comic, you're going to get this movie. If you haven't, tough luck. I mean, it's not your type of movie. And even the actors were like, oh, well, this is for, people who love comic books. Yeah, well, so was Marvel. But they love that stuff,
And like I have a video coming out later on that because you know how DCEU, all the directors say, "Oh, the movies are made for the fans. They're for the fans," and
Yeah.
I take insult to that a little bit because
Yeah.
the whole death of Superman, like you think that you did that for us? You think you shoehorned that in the last 10 to 15 minutes of the movie? You think that we're happy about that?
Yeah.
Like you think we're just gonna jump for joy because we got it in a movie? You think we're just gonna be happy that you gave us like a flashback of like Superman being Injustice Superman by killing a bunch of people? You think we're happy that we saw the Speed Force and the whole premonition and Flash coming back in time? Like no, the way you executed them was terrible. And like no, your movies aren't for the fans. You're trying too hard to make it for the fans, but you're just messing everything up.
Yeah. If they would have done, like you said, a '30s Batman would have been really good because I feel like we don't know anything in terms of Batman's history, which Robins he has had, because they're not clearly going following it 100%. And if they are, there is so much backstory to Batman that they're not even touching. You know, what we got with the Nolan movies and Keaton and everything, that's not even a fraction of what this Batman has had in the history. Because if they're going to go comic accurate, and if they don't, they're going to have to do something to really blow us out of the water and understand, because I feel like that's a major point of Batman. With this Batman, you have to give us a reason for him doing what he has to do. Everything that's happened to him, he's always had one rule, and it's not to kill. And there are so many potentially great scenes that he can have where people want him to kill Joker. You know, I brought up in the past the Red Hood storyline. I think that would have been a great live-action scene of the Joker and Jason Todd pointing the gun to his head, and he's just like, it's you or me. You know, you got to choose. And he hands him the gun, and he's like, I can't do it. If I go to that place, I can't come back. And they robbed us of a lot of potential backstories, you know, that could lead up to this Batman.
Yeah, and it goes to us telling the question, why is he going to keep the Joker alive? The next time
Yeah.
Batman sees Jared Leto's Joker, why is he not trying to kill him? Like, just straight up kill him. Because he's killed other insignificant people and insignificant henchmen, and you're going to leave one of the biggest creative masterminds, psychotics ever, you're going to leave him alive and cuff him and take him to Arkham? But I think they're going to try to tell us that, I failed him in life, I won't fail him in death. Like, Batman is now changed. He's a changed man, right? He's going to try to do things by the book. And that's the reason why, he's not going to kill anymore. And that's the reason why he's not going to strangle Joker or snap his neck, and he's going to try to take him in custody.
Well, I think they're going to get away with it. It's a great point you brought up, because Justice League, it doesn't seem, I don't know who they're going to be fighting against, but there's going to have to be some type of minions or something, like Ultrons, robots. So Batman's going to get away with killing maybe an extraterrestrial being or something. So if they're not, against humans, they're going to get away with him being able to kill an alien because, it's not a human, and technically that wouldn't be killing. So it's a great point that you would say that. And I wanted to, before I go, bring up something in Suicide Squad as well. I don't know how soon after, if anyone can answer it, how soon after BVS was in Suicide Squad. It was after BVS. When he's going after Harley Quinn, right? What would make him just let the Joker go? Forget the fact that maybe he's a good guy now. First of all, where did Joker go? How would he go into the water, right, and then escape? Did he have scuba divers ready? Did he have some type of breathing apparatus or something?
Yeah, he did have the breathing apparatus, but you can chalk that up to just him being Batman, and he has everything in his utility belt.
Well, no, I'm talking about Joker, though. I'm talking about Joker.
Oh, Joker. Yeah.
How would
I don't know.
he
weaseled himself out or something.
Because, I just don't understand why he would let the Joker go as well, just to get Harley Quinn for Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
So that was just a major plot hole I had to bring up, because I didn't understand why you would let the most dangerous man in the city just leave.
I don't know. I guess you can chalk it up to he was trying to save the damsel in distress or save Harley from drowning.
Yeah, and then she tried to cut his throat.
Yeah. Hey, that was another what's that called? That was another Joker moment, I thought. When not a Joker moment. That was a great Batman Harley moment where, I forgot the joke she made when he's like had his hands on her throat.
Yeah.
But she made a joke about it. And I was like, okay, that kind of reminds me of Joker and Harley.
Yeah, didn't she kiss him or something too, just to get close enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind that because that's some Harley stuff, but yeah, man. I mean, a lot of the stuff's messed up. I'm trying to find some positives. I'm gonna go in like you and just have a clear mind about it. But before I go, I did want to say, I really do appreciate your channel, and every day, I get. I don't want it to sound pretty desperate, but I get up and I got something to look forward to. A lot of people to talk to. I come here and I just have a good time and good conversations, and I'm hoping to learn more and more each day. So just keep doing your thing, man, and we'll get you to 10K and get you dapping soon.
Hey, dude, I appreciate that. And yeah, that's pretty much what I was trying to build, like a small community. It's a small community right now, but I mean, you guys help me out a lot too. Like, it's just not me being here for you guys. Like, you guys tweet me all the time. You guys give me material. You guys give me topics that I can discuss, which I'm super appreciative to all the cave dwellers out there that are like constantly tweeting me like, hey, what do you think about this? Hey, maybe you should talk about this on your show or on the show today. So yeah, man, it goes right back at you guys.
All right, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for taking the call again.
All right, take it easy, man.
All right, see ya.
Alrighty. TJ Williams is quoting somebody. Who is this? 100 years ago, I walked away from mankind, from a century of horrors. Man made it world where standing together is impossible. Is that a Batman BVS quote? Where's that from? Inspired Phantom Keith Codgod hopes for the back season of the CW verse. I'll get to that in a second. Let's take this phone call. 810, what's up? You're in a Geek Cave.
Hey, dude. All right, I want to talk about a few things. I just want to make something clear about the Suicide Squad thing. When they went to go crash in the water, the front glass broke. So when they hit the water, Joker swam out. Like if you go and watch it and pause the movie right before they hit the water, the glass breaks, and then they
so of course, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Joker leaving Harley to fend for herself, and she even says before they even go into the water, she says she can't swim, and Joker's like, I don't I don't care.
I know, he just doesn't care.
All right, yeah. Well, thanks for calling and clearing that up.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right. Yeah. Good point. Joker kind of weasels out because the window shatters, and that's how he escapes. All right. I would say intermission right now, but people are calling, and then I'm going to hop back on IG Live. I kind of got off Instagram Live. There's a 732 number calling. I'll take your call in a second. Let me just hop on IG and type in the usual. You guys know how it goes. YouTube. Geek Cave. Yo, guys, come check me out. I am live. I won't be live for too much longer. That is the YouTube. Type that into YouTube or click on my Instagram bio link and it'll take you there. That way you can hear callers. Let's take this phone call. All right, 732. What's up? You're in the Geek Cave.
Hey. Sorry I was calling while you were talking to the other person because I exited out of the stream right when I started calling because it would be like weird to watch it at the same time.
Oh, no problem, man.
And I just want to. My first question is, what do you think about the CW, like the shows on the CW? Do you like it, or like not like it, or?
That's a tricky one. I kind of like the charm that a couple of the shows have. I like that, like for example, the Superman in Smallville, not Smallville, but the Superman in Supergirl, kind of has more characteristics of like the classic Superman and classic Clark Kent. So they do a lot of things right, and in terms of like the Flash, he's got a lot of Barry's charm. Grant Gustin does, but the shows I think to me are just becoming pretty formulaic. They're becoming very campy, and it just seems like 13 episodes is a lot because you have a lot of villains come in, and the hero kind of looks dumb. Like, what do I do? And then they have to go the whole season and trying to figure out how to kill this villain, and it just seems kind of unrealistic. And some of the dialogue I can't take, like how they all talk around each other, and sometimes they're in a huge group in a circle, and then one person says something, and then the next person finishes the sentence, and then the next person chimes in. It's just a little too, what's the word for it? Just a little too choreographed. Yeah, cheesy and choreographed.
Do you
Are you a
like,
fan
like,
of
do
the
you
Are
like
you a fan of the CW shows?
No, I've always thought they were pretty cheesy, especially Supergirl. I started watching The Flash because I know a lot of people that say it's good. I think it's the best out of all of them, but I don't really like it. I like the Marvel Netflix shows better.
Oh yeah, definitely. The Marvel Netflix shows are definitely higher in quality, and their storylines are a lot more intriguing. The DC, I guess, okay, I will say the DC shows are better than Agents of Shield, or Marvel ABC shows. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, my favorite is the Flash too. I used to like Arrow like the first couple seasons, but then I kind of dropped off. But I'd say Flash is my favorite, and then Supergirl. I'm not really into Legends of Tomorrow. I think their adventures are just too crazy. They go everywhere, different time zones, and I just get lost. But yeah, I love Supergirl, and I don't know if that's just because Melissa. I love the actress, Melissa Benoist. But yeah, I'd say Flash and Supergirl are probably my faves.
And this question is a bit of a weird one. I've heard some people say that this would, like, if this were to happen, it would save the DCEU. If they made a multiverse and they combined the CW shows like with the DCEU.
Okay, here's the problem with that, man. When they were making the CW verse, they had no intention of connecting it to the DCEU. They, specifically stated that the DCEU and CW were going to be separate. Now, here's the trick here. Now, you've seen most of the costumes in the DCEU, right? Can you really imagine, like, Grant Gustin's maroon, like, outfit on the big screen next to, like, big budget outfits and stuff like that? Like, can you imagine them standing next to each other? It would just look like one is a joke, and then one is one looks like an actual superhero outfit. Because the CW does a lot of stuff with leather. You there? Oh, I don't know. He got disconnected. But yeah, going back to his point, great call. Thanks for calling, man. I appreciate that. It wouldn't work, guys. They could not combine. Is he live on YouTube, or is he just making a video? I am live, guys. Go to YouTube right now, type in the Geek Cave Show, and subscribe. I will shout you guys out for subbing and checking me out on YouTube, and join us in the chat over here. Yeah, they'll be nice to you guys, I swear. Become a subscriber. Let's take this phone call. 810, what's up? You're in the Geek Cave.
Hey, dude. All right, I just want to make something clear. They're like Arrow. What are your thoughts on that?
Arrow, I'm not gonna lie. Like when Arrow first started, I did enjoy like the first season. Even though like Green Arrow, they kind of made him into Batman. They called him the Hood at first, and then they called him, just Arrow.
I just have to say I love the first season. That like where he would go and like honor his like father's wishes or whatever, like to kill all these people.
Yeah.
Like I don't like his new suit because it's like it's way too much leather. It's just
Yeah, and then also Tommy. I love the storyline with Tommy.
And then they just kill him.
then they kill him off, and I'm over here I'm still waiting for them to bring him back in some way. Like I'm still waiting for him to bring him back. But yeah, man, I agree with you. I did enjoy like the first and second seasons of Arrow, but once it got into like the Ra's al Ghul stuff, I kind of dropped off. I think that was season 3.
Yeah, that was kind of. And then for like I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate on this, but that one show, Legends of the Fall, I can't do it. I don't
Legends
like
of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
if you
like
think about it,
mostly
like most of the
fake.
heroes are just like, side pieces on Flash and side pieces on Arrow. Like the Atom, Captain Cole, Heatwave, they're all kind of like side characters. But yeah, they just do too much in that show. Like they go to different time periods, and they brought in Hawkgirl and Hawkman, and I don't know, I just can't get into it.
Yeah, and also like I was going back to Batman versus Superman. I would think do you think Batman won? Because I think he won the fight, but he didn't kill him.
Oh yeah, Batman definitely won that fight, which is I
'Cause
think I think it was a dumb decision. Like they should have just made it like a draw, but no, they Zack Snyder is such a Batman fanboy that he wanted to make it clear that Batman could have killed Superman if he wanted to, but because his mom had
Exactly.
the same first name, he didn't.
Literally, people say that was a tie, but literally Batman did win the fight.
Who? What? What? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
All right. Literally Batman did win he won the fight. People say that Superman won, which
No,
is
no.
mm,
No, I mean, how can they say Superman won when Batman was standing on him with his foot at his throat with the kryptonite spear? Like,
exactly.
yeah,
I
Superman did
totally
not. I mean,
agree.
Batman did not lose that fight.
Yeah. I'm a really big fan of the Geek Cave. Geek Cave. I hope you could do 100,000 subscribers. We'll get you there. And
Thank you,
can you give
man.
me a shout out? My channel's Looted. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers.
All right, go ahead and write your channel in the chat, and I'll let
All
the cave
right.
dwellers know. All right, thank you for
All
calling,
right.
though.
Yep. Thanks. Bye.
All right, awesome, very cool. I think it was a first time caller. Guatam Sherpa, what's up? Ryan Suglia, we got some new people today. TJ Williams, what's up? Looted, there it is. You guys check out Looted, all you cave dwellers in here. And there's about 25 of you. There's a good amount of subs there. Go check out Looted. Go check out his channel. Go check out some of his videos and subscribe. Actually, do this: subscribe first, and then check out the channels. And if you don't like his videos, unsubscribe. Give it a chance, though. All right, give it a chance. Let's take this phone call. 512. What's up, your Niggy Cave?
Hey, so I know you haven't been watching the Gotham series, but did you know they did Azrael?
I did not know. When did they do that? Was that season 2?
It was during the Hugo Strange storyline. Hugo figures out how to bring people back, and there was a character named Gallant who was killed by Gordon, and when he brings him back, he has no memory of anything, so Hugo Strange implants the Azrael mindset into him.
Ah, okay. So it wasn't the classic Israel.
No, no, it was bad. In fact, Penguin blows him up with a bazooka.
Oh, that's pretty anticlimactic. All right, bring him in
Oh,
just to
yeah.
blow him up, and he's dead already. I did see
Yeah,
that they brought in Zaz, but it was just pretty much like a bald guy, and I don't really remember if he did too much in the show. Do you remember Zaz and what he did?
not really. Missed bits and pieces of it because I was like you. I wasn't on board right away because of the direction they were taking it. I mean, they're moving way too fast for this to actually be a Batman storyline.
Yeah, man, and I guess with Gotham, like the Fish Mooney thing really killed it for me. It's hard to say like, oh, one actress would just kill the whole show, but she was just wow, Jada Pinkett Smith. She was just terrible. I thought she was way over the top. I thought like, why are they bringing in this character that nobody knows about? and they're just like trying to shove her down our throats and show us how cool she is, and I don't. It just didn't work for me.
They brought her back.
For
Yeah,
what? The season 3?
No, even joking. Hugo Strange brings her back along with Azrael, and she has the power where if she touches you, she can make you do anything.
Oh, so she's Kilgrave now.
Yeah, basically just like Kilgrave. So, and then Jerome actually got murdered by Gallivant. He gets stabbed by accident, and so Jerome has been brought back.
So Hugo Strange is over there just reincarnating people or freaking resurrecting people. Then that's weird. Did they explain how he just managed to do that?
Have you know Indian Hill from the comic series?
Not really. It doesn't ring a bell.
It's a top secret facility where they do really weird experiments. And in fact, that's how Mr. Freeze has become the Mr. Freeze with the whole, white hair, white eyes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it's actually controlled by the Court of Owls.
You know what? I mean, Gotham is the perfect show for the Court of Owls. Please tell me that they're doing that sometime.
It is so good. The way they're doing it, it's exactly how it's supposed to be. They're the old families of Gotham that have been controlling everything that's been going on. They even have their assassins, the Talons.
Yeah, I was going to say, because if any show is perfect for the Court of Owls storyline, it's Bruce when he's a kid, because that's when he discovers everything, or he doesn't discover them, but, he hears all these noises. I forgot, specifically what happens in the comic, but he hears about all these places, he reads about the lore in books, and, that would be perfect, and that's kind of intriguing me, actually, to kind of look up on that and see, what they're doing with that.
Well, and in fact, they've even made contact with Bruce because it's looking like they're the reason why Bruce's parents are dead. And he's been trying to figure out, who murdered his parents, who, hired the assassin.
Yeah.
And they've come up to him and said, look, you either quit what you're doing now or we're going to kill everybody you love and we're going to take Wayne Enterprise away from you.
Is that storyline still going on, or did they finish that yet?
No, that's continuing. That's what's going on right now as we speak.
Okay, well, that is awesome. They're so smart to implement the Court of Owls into young Bruce, because that is, the history, and that's pretty much how it all starts. I know probably we'll never get to see Bruce grow to be like late 20s, early 30s. I don't know. Do you think we'll get? Is he already a teenage Bruce, or is he like supposed to be like 8 or 9?
I think he's about 15 or 16 at this point right now.
Oh, so he's already a teenage Bruce. Okay.
And then you remember they had Poison Ivy in season 1 and season 2. Did you watch that with Poison Ivy?
I saw that they changed the actresses. I saw that, she started off as like a small kid, and then she's not a kid anymore, right?
Well, what happened so at the end of last season, basically Indian Hill blows up. Fish Mooney takes all the experiments that Hugo Strange has been working on, including Jerome, and drives them out of there and wrecks the bus. So now we have all these freaks out there, and there's this one in particular. If he touches you, he sucks the life out of you, so you begin to age very quickly. And he touched Poison Ivy, and that's why she is now a different actress.
Hey, at least they explained it, man. That's a better explanation than anything in Batman v Superman.
Exactly.
Explaining things.
And I was wondering if that's what they were going to do, because they have been hinting that League of Shadows is going to show up next season.
Yeah.
And we all know League of Shadows.
Can that guy touch baby Bruce and turn him and age him like 20 years?
See, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen, because, if Jerome really is, because they're saying he has something to do with the Clown Prince of Crime. So, that basically to me says, yes, this is Joker. We're going to fit it in there somehow. So if they age Bruce to like when he's 20 and do League of Shadows next season, then we have Bruce becoming Batman.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, the whole League of Shadows thing. They'd have to bring in Raish for that. or something
And
involving race, or Talia, maybe a young Talia. Who knows?
Well, yeah, if they keep Bruce young, then we could have a young Talia, and that's how race gets introduced to Bruce in the first place, and that's when he decides, this is the person I want to take over.
To groom him, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it doing that, but I don't know. I like that Gotham has basically pretty much said, look, we know this isn't the Batman you're used to, but give it a try.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is less Jim Gordon and more everything else. And less Fish Mooney and less Jim Gordon. But the whole show kind of revolves around Gordon, so they can't really give us less of him.
Well, I mean, even last season, he murdered the mayor, Gallivant. He's making backdoor deals. He quit the force for a while because he had completely decided that Gotham PD was too corrupt.
Yeah, I remember watching that when what's her name? Doctor. I forgot the doctor's name. Leslie Tompkins or something.
Too.
Is it Leslie? She got pregnant with his kid. Yeah.
Yeah, she lost the baby.
Oh, okay.
Barbara Gordon is walking around crazy as crap right now.
Well, okay, that was something that I thought was weird. Like Barbara Gordon, and then they try to at some point tie her with Harley. I don't know what was going on with that.
She's crazy as usual. I don't know. I had that same feeling. Maybe they were going to try to turn her to Harley Quinn, but they really haven't decided what. They're just having too much fun with her being crazy and killing people.
Yeah, I mean, I always wondered about that because she was acting a little Harley-ish, but you can say any woman who has blonde hair and is acting like a psycho could be Harley-ish. So.
Yeah, and then with Penguin, he's gay.
Oh, for real? I didn't even know they touched on that, or they.
He is deeply, madly in love with the Riddler.
For real, Enigma?
Oh yeah, and in fact, right now the storyline that's going on is Enigma had fallen in love with this girl, and Penguin had her murdered because he wanted the Riddler all to himself, and now the Penguin has found out. I mean, the Riddler has found out the Penguin killed his girlfriend, so now the Riddler is trying to murder the Penguin.
I thought the Riddler killed his own girlfriend. Remember?
He got a different one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that he did kill somebody, and then he tried to cover it up.
And what's funny is, go ahead.
Oh, it was that girl that he was lusting over probably all of season 1.
Yeah, and what's funny is the new girlfriend is a librarian, the one that just died. But what's funny is it's the same actress who played the girl he murdered in the first season.
No way. They pulled an American Horror Story on us?
Spitting image.
That's crazy.
It was the weirdest thing in the world.
Wait, so it's just a woman that looks like her, or is that the same actress?
No, it's the exact same actress, but the librarian is supposed to be somebody who just looks like her.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, that's funny. All right,
and then
a lot of stuff you're saying about Gotham is kind of starting to get me interested in it again.
Well, we also got Clayface last season, so.
Clayface? I didn't even see a picture or a post on Instagram or anything about Clayface.
He impersonated Jim Gordon.
Ah, okay, so we didn't see him in his clay form. He was a
No, not clay form yet, but supposedly sometime either towards the end of this season or next season, we're supposed to get full Clayface.
Damn, that's one thing I will give it to the CW shows and some like Fox and Gotham, is that I remember watching King Shark on Flash and I thought, whoa, like that's pretty damn cool. The graphics on King Shark, and then they went for it with Gorilla Grodd. And, I think Gotham is going to, hey, if they have the same effects, they're going to make Clayface look pretty cool too. So some of these CW shows, even though their budgets are smaller, they can still do stuff, And, I'm a huge fan of the supernatural and like the fantastical side of Batman and his lore. This is Mike, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm not a Nolanverse fan. And so I love this surrealism type thing with Batman, and I love how that Gotham might be going there in terms of like giving us actual like a big clay monster. So that sounds cool.
Yeah, and I think part of the reason why is it's a different division of WB who runs the Gotham series.
A different division, huh?
Yeah, as where the DCU EU is really ran by WB. I think it's a subdivision of WB. It's WB Television.
Okay, that's kind of weird. In the beginning, so what do you think about Gotham in terms of, do you ever want, like you said, Bruce to get touched by what's his face, that one guy who could turn him old, and then we get a crossover where Gotham is now in the CW verse? Do you ever want to see that ever?
No, no. As much as I'm a fan of the CW stuff, except for the Legends of Tomorrow, which I really just can't stand. It's too dark for the CW.
The tone is very different, and it feels like a different show, right? Yeah, it wouldn't fit.
I mean, I was skeptical about Supergirl, but I'm still giving that. I mean, it's the only time we've actually seen it live action Martian Manhunter, so.
Yeah, and I think he looks pretty awesome for what they got.
And I mean, we just got Megana too, so that's a Megana from Young Justice is a niece.
Oh, in Supergirl?
Yes.
Oh, damn! I haven't caught up, but that's pretty interesting. All right, man. I got to let you go. My computer, I forgot to plug it in, and it's dying on me. So I'm gonna have to end the show kind of early. But yeah, man. Thanks for calling in.
I appreciate you taking it, man.
All right, no problem. All right, guys. I forgot to charge up my computer, and it's at 20%. It's gonna die pretty soon. But we've been going for an hour 30, and we should probably end the show now. But what shot did you guys like better? Did you guys like this shot better in terms of how I'm looking here, or did you guys like the other Geek Cave shot? This guy wants you guys to annoy me. I can't be annoyed, guys. Let's take a quick phone call. 810, what's up? You're in a Geek Cave.
All right, this is a really quick question. What is your favorite Batman, Christian Bale or Ben Affleck?
Favorite Batman or Bruce Wayne?
Batman for Ben Affleck or Christian Bale.
Ben Affleck.
I would say Christian Bale. He has like a better Batman voice.
He has a terrible Batman voice.
No, he doesn't.
Christian Bale's Batman voice? Are you kidding me? Where is he? No, I'm sorry. I have to go Ben Affleck's Batman just because of the. Even though I think his Batman is kind of stupid. I thought his fight scene was freaking epic, and I was pretty much Batman. All right, man. Thanks for calling. Another quick phone call. Let's try to get to a couple quick ones. 210, what's up? You're in a Geek Cave. Hello? Oh, you got 2 seconds, and then you're out of here. Batfleck for sure. Alright, guys. Thanks for coming out. Alright, Abu says we got 23 likes to 0 dislikes. That is a success. I know I always forget to mention it, guys. Like, hey, whenever you pop in, make sure you hit that like if you're going to pop out. But that's okay. I'm probably going to not post this one until I edit it. I'll cut this one up. But yeah, make sure you guys are following me. Here, let me switch so you can see the Twitter at Geek Theory. Oh, wrong one. At Geek Theory TC on Twitter and Instagram. And I will be back on tomorrow. Hopefully some news. Oh yeah, I forgot to say before I go. That Logan trailer, a new Logan trailer, is going to come out on Thursday, supposedly. So, you guys tune in Thursday, and I might have to do the show early. I think I'm going to do it as soon as the Logan trailer comes out. So it might be a random time of the day. The Logan trailer is going to drop. I am not going to watch it until I watch it here on the show live. So you guys can see, we can all watch it together. You guys would have already probably watched it, but, there is going to be a Logan trailer on Thursday. and I want to react to it on live on the Geek Cave show. So look out for that. Nightpool 168, you are late, man. We are ending the stream. But yeah, take it easy, guys. Thanks for coming out as always, and go get some sun, cave dwellers.